What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm going to be doing an update on NIO stock.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on.
And in today's video, first of all, I will show you where we are on the price chart and why we had this massive movement to the downside that during just 1 week lost about 25% of its value. Then we had this massive bounce to the upside. Next, I will show you some fundamental news that might drive the price of this asset. And at the end of this video, I will share my thoughts and my technical analysis. And I will show you what should we expect next. So let's start with the price chart. I made my previous video right here at this point and I've told you that we should at least retest this range of support. And let me show you that on 4 hours time frame we had a bullish divergence, we had higher lows on RSI with lower lows on the price section. And this bullish divergence is the sign that we probably might have a trend reversal. And on my previous video, I've told you that we should see this trend reversal if this line holds. Unfortunately, we broke this range to the downside and it also happened. Not so likely, but this outcome is also possible. And we broke it to the upside, to the downside with a very high volume. And the main reason of this movement was definitely the external news for the entire Chinese market, and I will show you in details what was the reason. And then we had this bounce, and I have to say that NIO bounced to the upside much more quickly than other Chinese stocks. And that's why, in my opinion, it is quite bullish. And right here, as you can see, I've told you that you can accumulate your position all the way down to the $10 mark. And even if you stopped to accumulate your position right here, you might be still up to the current price of about 8% of potential profits. Definitely, it is still quite good gains, but we are, in my opinion, about to see its next leg to the upside. But for now, let's continue with the fundamental news. First of all, what was the reason of this massive movement to the downside? And we are on CNN Business, and this article was published on October 25th, and it's titled "Hong Kong stocks plunge 6% as fears about Xi's third term trump China GDP data." And let me quote you this. Hong Kong stocks had their worst day since the 2008 global financial crisis, just a day after Chinese leader Xi Jinping secured his iron grip on power at a major political gathering. Foreign investors spooked by the outcome of the Communist Party's leadership reshuffle dumped Chinese equities and the yuan despite the release of stronger than expected GDP data. They are worried that Xi's tightening grip on power will lead to the continuation of Beijing's existing policies and further dent the economy. Hong Kong's benchmark Hang Seng's index plunged 6.4% on Monday, marking its biggest daily drop since November 2008. The index closed at its lowest level since April 2009. So definitely the Chinese Communist Party drove the price of entire Chinese market down, and that's why NIO lost about more than 20% of its value in a matter of just one session, as you can see right here. And definitely it had a very good bounce to the upside because at this very point it was extremely undervalued. And let me show you that previously we had quite good gaps that should be filled, and we filled the first one, but we didn't fill the second one. And this means we have a technical opportunity to hit even $8 mark, from which we might have a bounce. And in my technical analysis, I will show you what should we expect next, and let's continue with the fundamental news for this asset. So let me show you first of all their registrations for the third week of October. And as you can see right here, NIO has 2,732 insurance registrations in China in the week of from 17th to 23rd of October. Previously, it had 2,438 vehicles, and previously in the first week it had just 1,228 vehicles. In total, for now, on October 23rd, it has about 6.6 thousand vehicles registered in China. And this means last week should be, in my opinion, the biggest one of the October, and this means NIO might be very closer to 10,000 vehicles registered in October, and this is, in my opinion, quite good sign. On top of that, let me show you right here that William Lee responds to why NIO sets up battery making arm, and he said, it's a normal strategy for automakers to make batteries. William Lee, founder, chairman and CEO of NIO, said in an interview with local media outlet ESI. And I have to say that when NIO is establishing new potential branch of its business that will work as a supplier for their main business, definitely it improves its position, because in this case NIO will be less dependent on the potential logistic issues and will be less dependent on the political situation in general. That's why, in my opinion, it is a very good sign, and I think we might see the trend continuation to the upside with its price action. So, and let's continue with the technical analysis, but before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, as I already mentioned, we have very choppy movement to the downside, and this asset lost a lot of its value, but right now we have decent chances to see at least a bounce, and let me show you in details that this bounce still has an opportunity to hit its previous swing high at the price point of roughly $12.95 to $13 mark. And if this asset breaks this first range of resistance that previously was the range of support at roughly $11 mark, definitely next major target will be $12.95. And what should you do if you want to enter the position? In my opinion, we still have a decent chances to see the tiny retracement in order to collect more steam and to hit higher targets. This means if you want to enter your swing trade position, just accumulate and put your stop loss slightly below this bottom at roughly $8.3 mark. But if you want to invest in this asset and if you've already done your own due diligence, just accumulate your position on every daily red candle. And in my opinion, the next movement might be like this. If we will have a bounce from this range, and probably it is the case, we might see some kind of retracement to the downside. Probably we might hit 10 or $9.5 mark. Then we should break this range of resistance with an increase in volume. And with this movement to the upside, we have to retest it from the top and probably might hit the next range of resistance at $12.95. So definitely it is just my assumption, but still we have more chances to hit this range, and in this case the upside potential, depending on your entry price, might be up to 30% of potential profit in a matter of just several trading sessions. On top of that, be very cautious with their upcoming earnings report, and we don't have the exact date right now, but probably it might be at the first or second week of November. And this also might be a good catalyst for this asset, because NIO has a very good growth in terms of its deliveries, and its upcoming expansion to Europe. Definitely they are on the way to increase their sales in Europe in 4 new countries. Definitely it will drive for the price of this asset higher, and this means in my opinion, this asset more bullish than bearish. So I think from the technical standpoint, that's it for now. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up.